So the next one power season is here, and honestly not much has really changed between this team from this season and last season. There is probably one, significant change, which I think is probably not a key to getting a really high score, but I guess it's like a little hidden secret. And surprisingly, it's this Charlotte here, right? Now, the reason why this Charlotte is such a big deal is obviously because with Charlotte you can customize what he wears, stuff like that, but, changing what he wears gives him, like, different styles, right? So what we'll do real quick is we'll just go quickly up out of this. We're going to customize just so you can see what you actually put on the Charlotte. So doing this, if you have this sort of setup here with Vegeta's battle suit, as you see, you get an additional character tag called Freezer Force, right? Which, if we go back in a Tournament of Power, for example, I think the 3 tags like God Key. Let's just go and game have a quick look. So we got God Key, Freezer Force, and Saiyan, which obviously now we've got the Vegeta battle suit. We have got all 3 character tags, which does give us a little bit more of a buff. I think he's got 25% now. Yeah, which is obviously fairly huge. It's not like massive deal, but it's still fairly hidden secret, I guess you can say. But I would say this is pretty much the best team you can use. Now, I've actually filtered this a little bit better as well. I've worked out, where was it in here? We can actually go with boost battle score. So doing this helps us work out the best team to go off in terms of power, stuff like that. You can do stats as well, which stats obviously help out, beating bosses, stuff like that. But this is a little bit better to show us how high we can get with our percentage. But I think at the moment, this is probably the best current team I can think of. So let's hop straight in. Let's see roughly where we can get. I think 70-something mil, 75 mil is roughly the top. So let's see how far we can get. So probably obviously go straight up. I think here is probably the best bet. Oops, on that one. Let me just double check. Yeah, so go up, left, and yeah, okay. Now, a few people on TikTok were saying how important this is here, this step, which is why I say you're always going to make sure you move your character down. For this part, it's not as important. But, for example, if you're getting later into the fight, and obviously a few characters are like, losing some HP and stuff like that, you need to start conserving units that need to heal up. So usually I'll push them towards the back, for example. For the early stages, doesn't really matter, but as you can see, you get special move, damage, key recovery up. So it's very important later on in the run to actually make sure you have these units get buffed and stuff like that. Like I said, in the early stages, probably after the first boss, is when you have to start worrying about it. But it's always good to get in the habit of switching your characters every turn. So this one here, switch out again. Probably doesn't really matter who we put on the front there, because like at the moment we're still looking pretty good in terms of HP and stuff like that. So this, even selecting your characters here, it doesn't really matter until you get to the more difficult stages or the more boss fights. But for now, it's fairly easy. You don't have to worry about it too much. So as you can see, Broly and Paragus is taking a little bit of HP there. So what we'll do here is put them down here to sort of recover. Probably pretty much keep it like that, I reckon. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Same thing here, doesn't really matter. I just do it just from habit, just by picking random characters there. Because I think if you don't, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it in a while, but I don't know if it just attacks everyone individually if you don't click the numbers. So that could help the run, or hurt the run as well. Right, so especially here, so this is the part where you really have to make sure you get your layouts correct here. I mean, the units here don't look that bad, but since it is a hard, difficult stage, this could do a lot more damage to us. So we can probably pretty much keep exactly the same. But as you can see, Charlotte and Paragus and Broly have healed up quite a fair bit already. So we'll still keep them in the back there, just to let them, do the thing, keep healing up. If we get rid of the 2 Beast Gohans there, then the rest doesn't really matter. So let's see. I don't think we'll take too much damage in this one. But it is a little bit annoying, you have to keep swapping each one, but at least doing that you can sort of work out, where to get your characters to heal up and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, we'll go straight, then yeah, okay. Thought I'd just double make sure. So Broly's taken a little bit, the green one, but we can pretty much just do something like this, I reckon. That should be fine. This one could be a little bit annoying. Probably not too bad, we'll just do that, I reckon. Then we'll probably go on... I mean, you can go left or right, don't really matter. I'm probably just going to go right. I think. Okay, so green probably taking a little bit now, so we'll just have to be a little bit more careful there. So same thing, put me on the back. Probably something like this. Should be action. I'll put Weast like that because Weast getting his special move soon, so this should actually no. We'll get rid of them first, Gohan and Trunks, because obviously with the revive ability it could be a little bit annoying. So we'll do this. Then we'll go probably in the middle path, it looks like. Yeah, we'll go in the middle here. Pretty much do this, then maybe we'll bring down probably like that, I'd say. But as you can see, like what I meant by putting Paragus and Broly at the back, they've healed up pretty much to full health already, which is what you want. So that's why swapping your units around every single battle definitely helps out in the long run. That's why if you do auto mode, it pretty much not guarantees you're gonna lose, but I don't think with auto mode it changes any characters. It just, you set that team and it runs through the whole thing. So I used to do auto mode back in the day, but then I realized how much I was messing up my score. So I mean, not too much. I still got fairly high, but definitely not as high. Let's do this actually. Change things up. It will put Charlotte down here, keep healing up. That should be fine. Broly and Paragus got some fun here. We'll do something like this. Shenron is probably going to be the more annoying character. And what I mean by annoying is annoying to get rid of first. Because obviously you do a lot of damage throughout the fight, but the other characters will die fairly quickly. So that's also why I also change around the units a lot. So this one here will probably go to the left because strongest fight here. Broly and Paragus will bring down here a little bit more. Probably something like this I'd be fine with. Yep. Doesn't really matter who you get rid of here. They're all pretty much the same. So this one we're definitely go a lot better. We haven't really lost that much HP. The last run we did pretty good, I think. But in the video, I did swap it around on the second run. So I think on the first run I did on the last video, I didn't bring Broly and Paragus because I wasn't sure how well they would do. But doing that surprisingly lowered our score a fair bit. But the next run we got fairly high. I think I got in the top 2,000 last season. We'll do that. That should be fine, that layout. Same thing here. These units don't really matter here. Fairly simple fight because only three difficulty there. So then we go up again, and then we can either go left or right because obviously in the last bosses there, they're all pretty much high. Sorry, anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But here does matter. So we're gonna switch out again. We can probably do something like this. I'm thinking that should be fine. Right, doesn't really matter here yet again. Who to get rid of. So, should we go Janemba or Bojack after this? Could go just straight for Janemba just to make it nice and simple. So, let's see, what's more annoying? So, they're all ultras. This one will be less annoying, but this one's got more battle power, so I'm thinking we could potentially get more points here. But it's going to be more annoying to beat, but we should still be fine. So let's do something like this, I reckon. Yeah, that should be fine. Right, so I think we should still win this. This is where your selecting of units have to come into play here. So most annoying units probably going to be Frieza to get rid of first because of his revive ability. Then the rest probably doesn't really matter. We can probably get rid of Kid Buu first, because he'll probably do a lot of damage to Paragus and Broly. Then the rest, maybe Janemba. And like that, I reckon. Because Janemba could do some damage to Gogeta. The Red Gogeta. I don't think it'll do much, but you never know. So, like I said, we're aiming for above 70 mil. I'd be happy with that. So, easy win. Took a little bit of damage in that last fight, but nothing too bad. So, where'd that put us for our first run here? 74 mil, which I think is pretty close to the top of what we're aiming for. So, let's see. 74 mil, go my rank. Oh, damn, I'm ranked 7 already. Okay. I mean, it is very early, but rank 7 is definitely a very good start to the season. I thought this video I'd try and get up a little bit earlier, just because you need tournament power mission for the tickets as well. So, but damn, 7 already is pretty damn good. I'm definitely happy with that. So, I don't know what else to really change. I think that's pretty much the best team you can go with, I would say. If you're struggling with units, you don't have all of them, for example, that I have. Just if we're going down below, I'll try and help out as best I can. You could probably bring in this Goku if you need to. He could definitely help out a fair bit. But like I said, if you do this, you know, boost battle score, it's a bit easier to work out which units are still going to be good to use, but can have higher amounts of, you know, stat boost, stuff like that. So let's have a quick look at the route as well. So, attempt 1, so fairly simple there. Sometimes these maps are a little bit difficult to work out which way to go first. But this, I'd say was fairly simple, it's fairly straightforward which way to go. I don't think I'd make any changes there, to be honest. But depending on how you go, so if you're losing a lot of HP, you could, on some of these, for example, like, let's say, you know, around this stage here, you're losing some HP, and you're getting very low. You could realistically go on the left side here, because it's a less harder fight, and you obviously recover a fair bit of HP there. So you could do that, because you go up to this one as well, and then probably to the middle. But yeah, again, it all depends on, you know, how your team's going, if you're struggling with HP, stuff like that. But yeah, I think pretty much if I'm going to do my attempt 2, which I probably will, I'm probably going to go with the same team again, because it obviously did very well this time, so I'm assuming it'll do very well the next time. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. If you need any more help with this team and stuff like that, if you need to make changes, stuff like that, just leave a comment down below. And if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.